Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. Got my Oregon mug, my Starbucks Been There Oregon mug, because I went there this year. I love getting mugs for every place I go, like every state and country, and Starbucks really helps me with those things. Today's video is going to be my July TBR. You know the drill, we're going to be talking about all of the books that I'm going to be reading in July, so let's just go. Also, I am fresh out of a tattoo appointment. Literally came from there to sit down and film this because I'm losing daylight fast. I got an alchemized tattoo. I love it. It's supposed to like resemble or paint the picture of the burning rings of the scene where they both have their magical rings on and they're burned, and it's like the ring burned and burned and burned because he can't find her. Love it so much. My tattoo artist is amazing and does such a great job every time. Now, without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first book that I would want to read in July, because I've been dying for the sequel, because it's only a duology and this is the last book, and that is The Exquisite Torment of Loving Your Enemy by Brigitte Knightley. This is book 2 in the Dearly Beloved duology. I can't wait for the story to wrap up. I've talked about this book a bunch, but the first one is, I think it's up here, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. And it's based on a Hermione fanfiction, but essentially there's an assassins guild, and there is a healers guild. There's lots of other magical guilds as well, but the two main characters are in those two, so they're very opposing forces. And the assassin character, comes to the healer character, and he has an incurable terminal disease, and he knows that if nothing is done, then he's gonna die, but he'll also be killed by his own guild because he's useless. So he goes to her and kind of blackmails her / buys her off because he promises to donate money into her research to help her cure this children's disease that's been springing up and spreading. And they have this tenuous kind of alliance or truce, and the banter is hilarious, the adventures are hilarious. Also some darker elements of the sicknesses and the things that are coming up of other evil people. And I like how the plot develops and unravels, but it's also really funny and kind of lighthearted. So I really enjoyed this series, even though apparently that's a hot take sometimes, but can't wait for book 2, and this will wrap up the story. And it's probably going to be the first thing that I read in July, as soon as I can. It comes out July 7th, but as soon as I can. And the next book is In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. This was one of my anticipated releases. The other one was as well. This is a contemporary romance, but it's about storm chasing, and I think that would be really, really cool. So I'm hoping that I really enjoy this. This comes out July 14th. It's an academic rivals to lovers romance about storm chasing meteorologists during hurricane season in Florida. It's perfect for fans of Allie Hazelwood and B.K. Borison. Nothing can rain on Quincy's parade. She's a woman in STEM with a PhD in atmospheric sciences. The host of a successful online weather show and has 1 million followers on her meteorology Instagram. Quincy has spent endless hours forging her path in this male-dominated field, becoming one of the best in the industry. With a new job opportunity, nothing can derail her success, except for the ill-timed arrival of Sebastian Dunn. Sebastian is her best friend's brother, her long-suffering academic and professional rival, and a flashy TV weatherman from New York City that everyone swoons over. Everyone but Quincy. Over a scorching Florida summer and record-breaking hurricane season, Sebastian and Quincy are forced into close proximity. Setting aside their grudges to chase storms and stay alive is one thing, but can they weather the inevitable collision of their hearts? This could probably say anything about the plot, but because it's a storm chaser, contemporary romance, academic rivals to lovers kind of thing, you could say less. Storm chasing, especially after you watch Twister movies and stuff like that, and you're just like, yay! It just sounds like a good time. I hope I like it. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. But I do want to read it in July, so hopefully I can get to that pretty soon when it comes out. Sorry, there's a lot of new releases / anticipated releases on here, but I'm also anticipating them and excited for them, so I gotta read it. The next one is also an anticipated release, and it's Tides of Fortune by Lauren Hamilton Murray. This is book 2 in the Stormweaver series. I loved the first one, Storms. I love the elemental magic. You've heard me talk about this book multiple times, I'm sure. I love elemental magic and I love competitions, and that was book 1. The elemental magic's not going away, but So the first one, elements, 4 elements. There are, I think, 2 of each element chosen. I can't remember exactly how many people are chosen, but essentially there's when the emperor dies or kind of retires, I'm pretty sure they die. there's this like magical happenstance that occurs, and the people in the families that have elemental abilities get a like thing on their palm that has the element, and it means that they have to enter into these trials, this competition, to become the new ruling like government, basically. So there's like an emperor or queen, king kind of situation, but there's also the court. The rest of the seats are available, and you're competing for like standing. So you may win, or you may be one of the court. I really liked how this was done. I really enjoyed the elemental magic. I enjoyed the main character because she is like the chosen one character and struggles with some things, but I liked that she was like failing a lot and had to work through some things to get to the other side. Like I really liked that dynamic. And there is like a sort of a love triangle in this, but it's not what you think, and it's not really a love triangle. And then we get to book 2, which I'm excited about. Obviously I can't tell you about it, but there's characters in here that I really, really like, and I'm just really excited to continue because of how much I love the first one. I hope it doesn't disappoint and become kind of second book syndrome-y, but I'm very excited. It says, in this explosive second installment to the Stormweaver trilogy, perfect for fans of Red Queen, Throne of Glass, and The Rose Bargain. So if those kind of tick your boxes and you like the description of the first one, I think you should give this series a try. This one comes out July 21st, so this might be towards the end of the month, which is good. It'll space me out a little bit. Then one I've been wanting to kind of read, or it's been on my radar for a long time, and I want to read it, but I just didn't have motivation, and I've been thinking about it more recently, and maybe heard some more things about it recently. Probably because I think the second book came out, so there's a little bit more hype at this moment, but I kind of read what it was about, and I think I thought it was about something else, or maybe I knew what it was a long time ago, but just hadn't kept up with it in my brain. But it sounds like something I will really enjoy, so I would like to give it a try, and that is Direbound by Fable Sorsen. Somebody described this as like Hunger Games but werewolves or something. I can't remember how it was described, but it says, only the worthy survive the bonding trials. She'll risk her life and her heart to be one of them. Maren Cooper has never dreamed of being one of the bonded, the king's elite warriors who form mental links with massive, vicious direwolves. She's made peace with her life, scraping by in poverty in the shadows of the castle. But then her younger sister, Selah, is kidnapped, stolen across the border of the immortal monsters her country has spent centuries fighting. And Maren's world falls apart. Desperate to cross the front and save her sister, Maren enlists in the army, only to discover that there are bonding trials this year. All soldiers are forced to risk their lives in an attempt to connect with a direwolf. It's too late to turn back. Maren is thrown into the deadly competition against her will. Now she'll need to survive the next 4 months of training at the castle if she wants a chance at finding Selah. Everything here is a test, from the brutal classes where one mistake means death, to the glittering court parties where every smile hides a knife. To make things worse, Maren is bound to a feral direwolf who refuses to communicate. The other trainees would love to spill her common blood, and her gorgeous instructor, Stark Therion, is as malicious as the wolves himself. Everyone is out to get her, everyone but the dangerously handsome crown prince Killen Dalater. If she loses her heart to him, she may also lose her life. And the castle is hiding dark secrets. Fourth Wing meets Hunger Games. That's what it was. Fourth Wing meets Hunger Games in a dark, action-packed fantasy series perfect for romantasy fans of A Court of Thorns and Roses, Serpent in the Wings of Night, When the Moon Hatched, and Quicksilver. Slow burn romance, found family, morally gray characters, one bed, touch her and die, who did this to you, secret royals, enemies, lovers, forced proximity, hidden powers, fated mates, vampires versus werewolves. Sounds like a lot of stuff I would like. And Fourth Wing with Hunger Games sounds good. So I hope I really like this. We will see. I hope it works out for me. And the last book that I hope to read in July, with this TBR in particular, kind of hinges on if I can complete a different book in June, which I'm trying to, but is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I've been trying to finish the Throne of Glass series really quickly before the next ACOTAR comes out, just because I want to get it done. And I also want to reread the Villains books before Victorious comes out, because Vicious is my favorite book ever. So I have some rereads that I have to do that I don't usually do. So I'm trying to get through Throne of Glass and stuff. So hopefully I can get to Kingdom of Ash. You know what Throne of Glass is. I feel like everyone does. But you're following an assassin who is taken out of prison and entered into an assassin competition to become the king's assassin, but the king is really twisted and corrupt, and the story like really evolves from book 1 until the last book is what I've been told. I finished book 4 not too long ago and enjoyed that one, but the first 3 I didn't really like that much. So I'm hoping it continues to get better and maybe I will really like it. Who knows? But curious to see how I vibe with it. Those are the books that I'm planning on reading in July. I would love to know one book you're planning on reading in July if you would like to leave it in a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, but that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.